Welcome back. So, back on GTA Online here. When we last left off, I think we were in a situation where I believe that this game was slowly turning me into a rage monster. And it definitely got to a point where I was getting thoroughly frustrated with this game. And in a lot of occasions, I think if you ever do reach that point, you just gotta walk away from the game. Nevertheless, I think I found out why I was having issues with the problems I was having beforehand, and ever since then I have corrected that problem. The only issue is that in some occasions it makes the gameplay a little bit longer than I'd like, but ultimately if it reduces the stress level that I'm dealing with, that's pretty well good for me. I'd rather not have to raise my blood pressure a couple of octaves. So, what we are doing today is we are going to, at the very least, make a significant breakthrough for my secondary account. It might get to a situation where we reach that point. It may also not. So, what we're going to do is we're going to see what my primary account can do, because it's probably the best option that I have to make money. And then from there, I'm going to see whether or not I'll be able to finally gift my secondary character what I plan to gift it. And what is that gift, you ask? Well, that gift is going to come along the lines of being a CEO building. Now, the reason why I've chosen to go for that is because a couple of reasons. One, it can obviously start off another business. Two, it gives me the ability to call in vehicles that my character would not be able to call beforehand, which would be pretty substantial. One of those things being a attack buzzer. Now, the only thing is that I'm going to have to keep grinding in order to buy one of those, because in order to get vehicles for free, the issue that you run into is that you have to actually own those vehicles prior to. So, it's going to be a little bit more of a grind session than I'd like it to be down the line, but I'm pretty sure with multiple businesses built up and just having a constant stream of grinding over and over and over again, I should be able to reach at least 1.4 by, I would say, the end of the week, roughly speaking. So it's not really that much of an issue for me to do that. The third thing that I was going to get the CEO building for is the fact that it can reload your snacks very easy. Now, not a lot of people think of snacks when they consider doing missions or heists or even like in-game stuff, but when you're trying to transfer something, or you're trying to transport something, or sell something, or you're just trying to keep alive, if you have a full stockpile of snacks on you, it could be the difference between failing a mission and succeeding in a mission. I know on a lot of occasions, when shit hit the fan, my snacks, fully loaded, came in super handy. So, having the ability to get those for free and not have to run around the city in order to get my snacks reloaded is going to be a humongous bonus. So that's why I want the CEO building. It does have the ability to give me another garage, but you also have to spend money in order to get said garage. So it's going to come to a point where I think we just need to slowly kind of chip away at stuff here, and then eventually we'll get everything. So I'm just going to sell this now. This was rated, unfortunately, and it is very annoying that it was rated, but I think in a lot of respects, I just want to get this stuff done so I can start getting the CEO building all set to go. How many boats do I have? I have Single boat, okay. So that's not too bad. So 150, that should put me pretty close to $950-ish dollars. So I'm sure if I do a few more CEO missions, I should be able to crest over $1 million. And then that'll allow me to buy my CEO building that I wish to have. So once that's done, then I'll start kind of like restocking my primary character, making sure that he's all set to go and selling stuff or creating product. Actually, now that I think about it, while I'm flying over to the sale here, call Johan real quick.
Hey, boss.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Cooler tanks.
I thought I could look at the percentage of the product that I had left, but I guess since I'm doing a mission, it won't let me do that. That's okay. So once I get this out of the way, I'm going to see how much money it gives me, and then I should be very, very close to being able to purchase at least the cheapest CEO building. At one point, it was 700K, but I guess it was going through a sale at one point. Now it's $1 million, so that's why I'm still kind of grinding and I don't have this already purchased. So it is what it is. Now the other thing I need to do is I need to grind money in order to purchase the equipment necessary for my acid van on my secondary account. I finally unlocked it today, so once I have that purchased, I'll be able to use the CEO missions on my secondary account in order to use that to put into the acid van. And I did already do an acid van sale already for my primary account, and I have mixed feelings about them. So I understand that it's not really that difficult. However, the distance in order to accomplish it is a little bit of a concern, because when I started the mission off, I think I was around my cocaine lockup. It sent me all the way to like the northeast in order to start the mission off. And then about halfway through, I got attacked by hippies. So that was kind of annoying. And then the other thing is that, unfortunately with this bike, it's not like the Oppressor or, I forget what the light-up bike or the Tron bike is, but it's not like those bikes where it's virtually impossible for you to get knocked off. So if you do get whacked into by even like another dirt bike, you go flying, and it was so annoying. The other thing that was really annoying was the fact that I had to throw newspapers into baskets. So it says that you can, use left bumper and toss it in the basket, but that's almost a waste of time, because in many respects, you're looking at a situation where you are trying to hit the bucket, but you're too far away in some respects because it's either gated off or there's something in the way there, or if you get attacked by hippies, you kind of need to take cover and, toss it. So in order to get like a for sure hit, you need to be like right there. So it's not the worst cell mission that I've ever had, but it leaves a lot to be desired. So, guess I'm not getting the full amount here. Fuck off, game. I think the plan heading forward is I am going to slowly try to get a MC clubhouse, and then I'm going to start buying only the more lucrative businesses like the cocaine lockup, the counterfeit cash. What are some other ones? The CEO building will be already accomplished by that point, so that's good. And then the other thing I need to get is I need to buy a bunker for gun running. Now, why would I be doing all of this? Apart from being able to start selling stuff on a more consistent basis, like I'll have more businesses on the secondary account, it also will feed into the one business that I really, really want to get, and that is the nightclub. Because with that, I'll have a basically passive, like the best passive business you can have in the game. And it'll get to a point where if I'm playing just in general a lot more often, it will start just giving me cash for free. And it'll get to a point where I will be able to leave the stuff and do whatever it has to do, and I will get an easy million, maybe even 2 million. And I know the one thing that's great is that by the time you get past $1 million, like if you're at, let's say you get to like 1.5 million, I think it's Tony, yeah. Yeah, Tony ends up taking a cut from you, like a 10% cut. It doesn't crest over $100,000 if you go past $1 million. So that's amazing. So that basically gives you a free out. Like if you were, I don't know, you were looking to sell a $2 million cut, it will basically feel like it's a 1.9 million as opposed to like a 900,000, because he won't take that much money away from you after that. Because like that'd be crazy if you sold $2 million worth of stuff and he took like $200,000. That would be completely and utterly ridiculous. Oh yeah, I gotta call Johan. I want to see what the thing's sitting at now. I want to make it
Johan
sit for a
Blair
long
speaking.
time.
Oh, hey, boss.
Okay. 600. Alright.
Cool, no worries.
I think the problem that I'm running into...
That
Shut up. I think the problem that I'm running into is the issue that I'm not on this account as much anymore because I've been jumping onto the female account a lot more. So I definitely need to look into the idea of maybe spending more time on here in order to make that big sale happen, because that's a little bit more important than just building up a female account.
Yo. Sure, I'll look into it.
Let's see what Dax mission I'm going to get out of this. Please let it be easy. Yes!
Okay,
I don't care if it's annoying. That's an easy-ass mission. God, I miss having, like, the freedom to move around, like, this account. When I get my secondary account going, I am getting the Imparser Mark II, I'm getting the Sparrow, or I'm getting a Buzzer at the very least. I just need something that gives me the freedom to go around the map and land wherever I need to, blow up whatever I need to, and then get out of there. Because I cannot tell you how annoying it is to do everything on the ground. I have a Savage. It's not the fastest vehicle in the world. It's also not the smallest vehicle in the world. So I have the ability to move around, but not as good as I have it on this account. So I basically just have to play a little bit of an annoying mission, and then I am basically set to buy my secondary character's CEO building. So this shouldn't be too difficult. This is actually, as much as it is kind of annoying, because obviously at the very end you're kind of cracked out of your mind and fighting hallucinations and dying at the same time. It's hard to lose, because once you finish contaminating the weed hideout, or sorry, the weed grow op, you basically just, you can just stand there and let the whole thing go, because at a certain point you're just gonna end up passing out and waking up in a random spot, and you're $50,000 more expensive, or richer, I guess I should say. There's the gun van over there. That's another thing I want to get, is I want to get a railgun for my secondary character, but I know I have to relent, because there are more important things to buy than a railgun. A railgun will come later, because at the very least, once I get these businesses going, it'll get to a point where I'll be able to afford the railgun after, are you kidding me? Are these guys invincible? Oh, they're just dead. Okay, well, whatever. It looked like I was shooting at a wall. Poke your head out. Hard to beat this thing. Just peek over. Did that just lag there? Okay, I have something to talk about. I know I'm breaking from what I was talking about earlier, although I don't really remember what I was talking about. Has anyone else noticed that GTA has been lagging like a lot more ever since the Drug Wars update? Like, a lot more. Like, I don't get, like, a lot of the shit that's happening with the game just skipping. Like, I will randomly just freeze, and then my Xbox has to think about for like a little bit before it decides to do anything. It's so weird. It doesn't happen a lot, but it happens enough for me to notice. Okay. I'm just going to try and remember what I was talking about beforehand, because I lost my train of thought. Oh, the railgun. Yes. I want to get the railgun. I know it's a very OP weapon, especially if it's like PvE. PvP is another story, but PvE, it will help quite a bit, because there are a lot of things that tend to get a little bit annoying, where the RPGs are too slow, the homing rockets take too long to lock on, and obviously the other stuff aren't really effective. So having something that's essentially like a grenade launcher that instantly hits the target will be way, way more helpful than what I was dealing with beforehand. Kite these bastards. Wonder if I could, like, can I climb up something? Oh my god, this just got a whole lot better. Until it didn't. I think I got too far away. Yeah, I got too far away. Yep, so you just lose health as time goes on, so there's really nothing you can do about it. Although it is kind of helpful to, like, not get hit by these guys, because in a lot of respects, I would much rather kind of survive this as best as possible as opposed to getting smacked by them, because it just means that more time just got burnt off. So as we're getting chased around by friggin' demon hallucination clowns, how's everybody's day doing? Or how's everybody's day going, I should say? My day's going okay. I mean, there's really nothing that I had planned for today. I hope that's it. Is it? Yes, there we go. Yeah, the longer you stay alive, the easier it is. Okay. My day's going well. It's not very busy. Um, Most of the busy stuff happened yesterday. And if you were asking, or if you have been following me for a while, yes, it was another hockey game. Well, hockey session. And anytime I get a chance to play hockey once again, I am a happy goalie. So, I won't go into too much depth about it, but basically what ended up happening was I went to a session that was probably less populated than the session I had last Monday, which isn't an issue because as a goalie I get in for free. And I had a buddy of mine that wanted to go play because he had free time before he had to go to work. So we decided to go there for about an hour skate and just see who's out there. And what ended up happening was we came in, and there was a session on before us, and no one decided to really stay behind except for like another goalie and a player. So we're like, whatever. It's just gonna be like a practice session almost, where basically all we're gonna be doing is we're going to be just kind of working on some things, maybe just like skate around, get a little bit of exercise, whatever. So after I get a little practice in, my buddy of mine goes over and he asks the other players if they want to, start up a game or like do like training session or something like that. And their response is, "Oh no, we played 3-on-3 beforehand. We're good." And we're like, "Okay." Like they're literally doing the same thing as us, and they're like, "No, we're good." Here's the funny thing though. The goalie that was on that side, he was there the last time we went out, and he got his shit fed to him. I don't know if this was like, well, I looked on the other side. I could tell the kid had probably maxed out at maybe House League. So I'm not saying like, oh well, he's just like, he's bad, this, that, and the other, and I'm trying to harp on him. But it's just free practice. Like, I don't get it. And the other guy that was shooting on him said, "Oh no, we've had 3-on-3 beforehand." Let me tell you what this 3-on-3 was. It wasn't actually 3-on-3 hockey. It was literally a bunch of slow old people that were out there, barely able to hit the net, and the goalie was the only guy there that they were really shooting on. That's not 3-on-3. That's a game of hog. So, I get the feeling that the goalie was probably afraid of getting lit up again because he saw my buddy skating over to him and asking whether or not he wanted to play, and they're like, no, probably because they were terrified. And also, they saw me on the other side making saves, so the guy who was shooting on the goalie was probably like, I don't want any of that smoke. So we just shrugged our shoulders, thought it was kind of weird, and we had our own little session. We even recorded a little bit of it, and I can safely say that after years of taking time off of hockey, I am finally starting to get back into the swing of things, and man, is it ever fun. I'll get into why I took a break from hockey a little later on, but just to keep going on with the hockey session, everything was great out there. The only thing that I was a little afraid of was at the very beginning, I made a save and it twisted my knee to a point where like it felt like my MCL was stretching a bit, and I was starting to freak out. And I was like, no, please, not like this, because I've had situations where like I've pulled my groin, I've had shoulder injuries, I've had knee injuries, I've had hip problems where I go out there and I'm too cold and I end up pulling something, and it leaves me out of the loop for like maybe a month before like I'm fully 100% again. And I was starting to freak out a little bit, and I was like, God, please don't let this be the thing that, stops the progress. And thankfully, after I warmed up a little bit more, because I really, really have I'm notoriously bad at warming up for athletics. Once I did finally warm up, the issue went away. And then after that point, it was smooth sailing for the rest of the time. I felt amazing. All the workouts I was doing beforehand really helped. all the supplements I've been taking lately in order to like, help out my general health have been really helping me out lately. And I guess in some sense the stretching is helping, but I think from just a general standpoint, that was probably the best hockey I've played in maybe 3 years. So I was very happy that yesterday went off fairly smoothly. But then, after reflecting on a bunch of stuff after the skate, I realized that I think with my left knee, because right now it feels fine, and there isn't really any issue with like stretching or whatnot. I think what ended up happening was my knee guard that I use to protect my knee for people that don't know hockey stuff. The knee guard goes underneath the goalie's leg pad, and if you go down onto your knees in what they call a butterfly, where it basically looks like you're making a pizza with your leg pads. Sometimes you don't make the full pizza, and sometimes there's a little bit of space and exposes your knee. And if you get a puck in there and it hits the top of your knee, it could be game over for you in terms of like playing that day or ever again. So I might have tied that protective piece, my knee guard protecting my knee, a little too tight. And what ended up happening was it was probably vice gripping on my MCL area, and that was probably causing the stretch. So I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is A, warm myself up properly, and B, not put a vice grip on my knee to a point where like I can't move it. All right, so big changes. Big changes. I'm not going to add anything there. Obviously, I'm just going to leave it female. The weird thing is, oh, you can change it male. You know what? Since I have a female character on this account, sorry, since I have a female character, yeah, on this account, and a male character on the other account, I have a female secretary on this account. Sorry, female secretary on the other account. Man, I'm getting mixed up. I'm going to make this guy male, just because it gives me like a little bit of a change. I'm not going to change it. Can I change the lettering here? Goalie. None of your business. None of your business. There we go. What if this was none of your business? Yeah. There you go. No, it screwed it up. Okay, do it again. None. Oh, that's the, wait. Come on, you should be able to. There we go. Just I was like, what? Are you not allowed to do that? None of your business. Oh, it's gonna. Does it look good like that? I don't know. Is it gonna change the font if I? None of your business. Wait. No. No. I guess it's too long. Okay. gonna do none of your business. Gosh darn it. Alright, well, that works anyways, I guess. Uh, Go. Alright. None your business. What do the fonts look like? You know, let's make it kind of girly. Do I have to pay for... None your business. There we go. Gun locker. How much do I have to pay? Nope. Too expensive. Accommodation. How much is that? Too expensive. Sorry. I'll have this all later. There we go.
Madam, it's your new assistant. I'm sure you got a lot of resumes for the position, so thanks for hiring me. You won't regret it. I'm at your sick-ass office, ready to help however I can. Come down and we'll get into the new SecuroServe special cargo network. See you soon.
My sick-ass penthouse, huh? Well, let's take a look at it real quick. I know it's not anything spectacular, and I know that many, many people have seen it before, but I thought I locked up a lot of this. You know what? Give me a second. I gotta go upstairs again. So I got a gun locker in this office. I need to put away a lot more stuff. Because I hate cycling through weapons like that. And I think what ended up happening was it probably didn't save, maybe? $22,000. I've never been this poor, like, in GTA. Where's the... Get. Is that the gun locker? There we go. Okay. So we got a... machine pistol. Get out of here. Goosenberg sweeper. Get out of here. Rifles. Keep them all. Shotguns. Sawed-off. Get out of here. Sniper rifles. Keep them. Heavy weapons. Keep them. Explosives. Get out of here. Melee weapons. I distinctly remember hiding these all. Something happened. Pistols. Flare gun. Marksman pistol can be hidden. What's going on here? Could it be... There we go. I was gonna say, I was like, what the heck? What the heck? Wait, what the heck? Can I hold weapons here? Oh, maybe it's just like letting you take a look at your wheel, seeing if you need anything else removed. Now I get it. Alright. We're golden. Now I can just go over to the CEO building and see what it looks like. So, I'm assuming that it is going to be, yep, right there. And that's going to be kind of perfect because
But fuck it, right?
I actually plan on getting another 10-car garage. I think it's 10-car. Or is it 20? I think it's 10. And that's going to be basically across the street from that building. So that works out perfectly. It's just right now I won't be able to do said... well, I won't be able to do it. The sheer fact that I don't have the money. Sitting at $22,000 in this day and age.
It's your office manager. I've come across some opportunities that you might want to look at. Sourcing high-value vehicles for SecuroServe and selling them on for pure profit. And getting some garage space in the building on Dynasty 8. Come by the office and I'll show you what I mean.
as I was saying before I was really interrupted, yeah, $22,000 in this day and age, you're essentially poor. You're essentially on the streets. As sad as that is. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's take a look and see what we're dealing with on the old Chatiola. Okay. It actually isn't a bad location. You got like a few things around you that are pretty decent. The Maze Bank Building.
Madam, welcome to your office. I'm your executive assistant. I'm the efficient and impressive and not at all creepy guy who makes your life easy and helps the startup run. The recreational area / breakout space going through to the executive suite. Check it out. You got everything a founder / CEO / industry leader could want. There's the boardroom. The panels can swap in and out, so you can put in a gun locker or a safe whenever you want to. It's possible to knock through this wall to add some personal quarters, somewhere to lie down, take some me time, look at the Dynasty 8 side for details. But the most important thing's your executive terminal. Here's where you'll access the SecuroSurf Special Cargo Network to take this operation to another level. I'll tell you all about it when you first log in. Tour's over, take a look around, get comfortable. I'll be at the front desk or on the end of the phone whenever you need me.
So this is going to be pretty huge because now I'm going to start enacting some things that I had planned.
Swim and yoga on
So
the
I'm
beach
going to get some
network
snacks for
lined up this
free,
weekend.
which is amazing.
SecuroServe update, the vehicle cargo. This could be our opportunity.
Network and I'll talk you through it. Let me know how I can help. You can eat what you like. You'll still keep the weight off. You want some more? You gotta finish what you got.
I like how they like really uplift the women characters, while meanwhile like the female character,
Organization.
she's like, "Do you really need that many snacks?" It's like, bitch, you call me fat? My barrel has
Hello
something to
there.
tell you
How
about
can I help you?
being fat. She's just like walking around with a huge belly. Are you calling me fat?
I guess you get a collection like this when you're the majority shareholder. Let me know which vehicle, and I'll tell Pegasus.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
If in doubt, speak in business cliches.
Purchase this helicopter. Okay.
Hello.
Fine.
See ya.
Fine. Okay, so now I am going to start doing a little bit of mission stuff, and I'm going to use said money for my acid van, and that is going to be the primary thing that makes me money. So while I'm doing that, I first of all am going to call it and then I'm going to jumpstart the manufacturing.
Hey, I hear you. It brings them now.
Okay. I think I put money in here already, if I'm not mistaken. Although I could be wait, no!
Oh, so what do you think? Pretty
No,
legit, right?
I
and on the move
dumb
whenever
me,
you
I
want
forgot.
it. Dreams will be born
I don't have the
in this
equipment
land,
yet.
My friend, balls will be tripped, and all thanks to you, me, and the sweetest acid money can buy. I'm head chef finally, eh? Lab rat part due. I'll always be here head down making the miracles happen. I can't make acid out of thin air, though. I tried for my college thesis. I'll keep the supplies over here in this corner, but we're gonna need to restock on the reg if you want me churning out batches 24/7. Got plenty of friends I can hit up if you need an idea of where to source the stuff. Just hit me up, yeah? Now, once the
Shit.
product's just right, we take it over here and we get it all sealed up for shipping. That's where you come in. I'm working on some buyers. We do the hard work, we get the hard cash. But just between us, sending people on this trip, I'd do it for free. It's a vocation, man. The revolution starts here.
All right, fair enough. Okay. So,
And hey, if you ever
second
want some
plan,
quality time with the product,
I
just
am
jump
going
in
to
there, get your hands
basically
dirty and give it some
go
spit
between
and love. It's all a
doing
catalyst,
CEO
man.
missions and
It'll
then doing
speed
DAX
things along,
missions.
and if you forget to
Until
wash
I
your
get to a
hands,
point
you
where I
might
can
expand your
buy the
horizons, you know what I mean?
or better option is that I should save up some money in order to restock the primary character, but we'll see. I kind of want to spend some time on this account because I just got the CEO building, so this is going to make things a little bit more exciting for me. So now that I'm CEO, can I do Headhunter? Sweet. All right, so I'll do Headhunter, and then I guess I have to call in a Pegasus vehicle.
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help you? Great.
Where
the
may
aircraft is
that
waiting
be?
for
Oh, it's
you
right
at our
there.
nearest airfield. We trust
God,
you'll
this
be
is such
happy,
like
madam.
an old-timey way of doing things. Because I remember back in the day before we had the ability to basically just like call in attack choppers all willy-nilly, like right next to us. You had to call in like the Pegasus vehicle. It's like, and I have to remember where like the spawns are. You can't get close to the spawns because if you get too close, then it doesn't spawn there. You have to go like across the city. It just got really annoying. But whatever. So long as I just have the ability to do this on this account, it makes things like tremendously better. One day, I'll have this account all set to go and it will rival my primary account. And who knows, maybe I'll use this account more often than the primary account because I have a lot of first-time bonuses that I have to get through on here, so... So I'm not sure if I talked about this beforehand, but I don't really have a whole lot of plans for today. I'm basically streaming now because, again, I'm doing a bit of puppy sitting because, well, everybody's out and I'm the only one that was able to do it. The plan that I have afterwards, though, I am not sure if I'm going to stream a little bit more of this, or I might stream another game. I have been looking around at other games and considering the idea of doing different games on stream, but I don't know what trigger I want to pull just yet, because I took a look at Dead Space, because the new Dead Space game is out, like the remaster. Now, I like the idea of playing it, but getting the remaster, I might just wait for a sale, because I think, from what I heard, it's essentially the same game. The only difference is that there are more side missions. There's a bit of a different execution when it comes to like the cutscenes and the story and the lore. And there's a little bit of a different way in terms of like playing the game because you can kind of go like throughout the entire ship. And I think the really cool thing is that the Ishimura is fully explorable. And they have something called a director mode or something like that, where when you explore an area and you clear the area and you move on, you can return to it, but there's always something that will come and attack you. So there will be a situation where it's like, you will have, you know, like, oh, I finally unlocked the ability to do, you know, level 1 clearance stuff, or level 2, or level 3, and you want to return to the places that you weren't able to go to beforehand. Well, there might be a creepy crawly that's just waiting for you and it'll pop up out of nowhere, or there are sounds that will literally keep you on your toes and clench every butt cheek muscle you have in the event that you might get attacked, like out of nowhere. And I love that. It makes the game like way, way, way more enjoyable to experience because there's always that fear factor there of you being attacked. So I do like that idea. The only issue that I have right now is I'm finding that aside from that, there's really not a whole lot that I can say is worthwhile with regards to like getting the game fully outright. I mean, if you really want, I could always play the original Dead Space 1 game and show you what I'm talking about.
Hey, it's me.
But I mean,
Sure, I'll look into it.
it's to a point where I want to play, but also I don't want to spend the money on like a game that I already have.
Okay.
Oh, contaminate the weed farm. Let's go. This got a chopper already, and the game's freezing again. I don't know why it's doing that. I have a theory though. It only starts doing that after you complete the whole DAX series, and I think the new train accident where it spilled like a lot of toxic material there, it's responsible for probably causing the frames to drop and like freeze the game up because it's rendering in something that wasn't there beforehand. But in terms of like streaming later or streaming a different game, I don't know. I gotta think. GTA is a very easy one because you can kind of control the pace. But there are other games I do really, really want to stream on here, but I have to find the time and the actual gumption to do it. And again, it's going to be a situation where it's like if I have the time or like the ability to do it, I'll do it. But if there's a situation where like I'm going to work or I'm playing hockey or hanging out with people, that will take precedence over me playing a video game. Because video games you can play whatever. And again, I ain't making any money off of this, so it's just a for fun thing. So it's a little bit more of like a casual experience for me. If that changes in the future, that might dictate what I do in terms of the day and like how it progresses. But for now, just chilling. I'll land my huge ass gunship somewhere. Hit it here if the rotors don't go too low. Thread the needle. Perfect. All right. Game, please. Race. Please. I remember when this chopper came out and everybody was excited for it because, well, it was a bit of a mixed reaction. Everybody wanted the Hunter, which inevitably came out. But when they saw this chopper, they were like, oh, well, it's just basically going to be the spiritual successor to the Hunter. Nope, it was a paper dragon. It's great for missions if you want something that just like absolutely obliterates the AI. But when it came to combating people, this thing was a hunk of junk. Like you knew deep down your heart that the moment you stepped into this thing and you heard the beeping of a homing lock-on, you were screwed. They made it a bit better as time went on, but oh, okay. I've never done any transistor destruction on this thing. Really? Okay. You knew deep down in your heart that this thing was basically, like, it was bait for a lot of, like, people that really wanted to get an easy kill on you. And B, jets were never going to be able to take this thing out. Oh, I landed on my head. That didn't look very good. Like a spinal cord injury, neck injury, head injury. You ain't getting up from that. At least not getting up as the same person from that kind of head drop. Alright. Oh, she is dedicated.
Oh my God! They shot him! Total dead. My partner got hit!
You piece of shit!
Yeah, you got obliterated.
Fucking Franco just got hit!
Fuck you!
Get behind some shit!
You piece of shit!
Unsavable! Oh shit, dude!
Alrighty. That's all dealt with. I have to contaminate. Oh. Alrighty. I wish there was a way you could kind of like avoid doing this, but whatever. It's not a hard mission, especially if you get to this point. I guess it's GTA's way of kind of like nerfing you a little bit. It is really annoying though. Spawn behind me. I know this is kind of like a strange question out of nowhere, but has anyone in chat actually like tried anything like in terms of like hallucinogenic? And I'm not saying like you had to try acid or anything, but is it actually like this in a lot of regards? Like, for myself, and like in all admittance, I've basically just been a beer drinker. Like, I've been your kind of like typical hockey player, playing hard, drinking hard, partying hard back in my younger days, but I've never actually tried like anything like weed or anything that was like more on the illicit side. And again, like, I'm assuming there aren't any cops watching this, like, in general, but I honestly want to know, like, the experiences that people have had with this kind of stuff, because I've had some testimony from people that I've played with back in the day. One guy said that he had tried acid. He had a crazy trip where he said the floor was talking to him, and he was afraid that if he ever like put his feet down on the floor, that the floor was gonna eat him. So he must have had a wild trip. But I think the other thing that I really want to see is like, well, in terms of weed's a little bit more on the, like, understandably legal side. in terms of like where you live. I'm not sure where you guys live, but in many respects, like in Canada, it's basically legal for recreational medicinal use. Has like anyone had any like trips with that? Because I know some people that, well, buddies of mine a long time ago, they had partaken or partook in a little bit of weed, and they took it from a dirty bong from a long time ago in uni. And what ended up happening was, one of my buddies that I played hockey with over there, he ended up looking into I remember standing next to him, and he was looking into a closet, and then he was looking back, and my other guy, the other buddy of mine that had also smoked the same dirty bong, was like, "Buddy, what are you seeing, man?" And then he looks back at him and he's like, I don't know. And from what he told me, he said he saw a gremlin or like a goblin in the actual closet, and I was like, what? So that was interesting. And then the same buddy who asked like if the first bite was okay, eventually he had to like shoo gnomes off of his shoulders. So yeah, interesting stuff, that weed. I guess it depends on the kind of person you are and your tolerance to it, but yeah, when I saw that, I was like, holy crap. That's a trip and a half. I think the only weird experience that I've ever had, and mind you, this is just like drinking alcohol. Like I've never smoked weed or done anything like that. I think the only weird experience I ever had was I got really drunk one night in university, and I used to have a Vancouver Canucks flag that was like covering my wall, and I remember being really drunk and laying there kind of like in a half-conscious state, and the TV was on, and it was tuned to like TSN or like a sports channel, and I thought the Canucks flag was talking to me. And looking back at it, it was probably like it was a little bit more disoriented, and I must not have equated the fact that the TV was on and inanimate objects cannot talk to you. So that was my only weird experience that I've ever had. Aside from that, I don't see things when I'm drunk. I'm drunk. That's it. That's all I really can say. Alright, got another headhunter mission going here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to my first account, and I'm going to start getting product ready to go. How much do I have to pay if I want to get... Oh, I can get a free vehicle. That's not bad. Oh my god, 25,000 for a freaking Blizzard. I need to buy one of those. Oh, I can buy that. Oh! Oh! I get some free vehicles. Well, that's not too bad. Dune loader. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Alright, I guess good thing to know that I can get some free vehicles out of this. And, use them if I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. Okay, he's dead. You're dead. Alrighty. Oh. Is that one of those, like little antenna things or the radio things? It is. Make as much money as possible. I don't care. Care what I gotta blow up. Okay. What's going on over here? Oh, that place. Okay. Wait, no, not that place. What am I talking about? I was gonna say that took a whole like that took a salvo of like explosive machine gun ammo. There's no way that's living. Like I can understand in some like in certain situations something might live, like you know the acid van can take like 46 RPGs and some other vehicles at the very least can take 9 RPGs or whatever. But I mean like. That's just a vehicle. Normal vehicle. Come on. Actually, I think it might be an armored vehicle that they give them, but at the same rate, like, I don't think it's one of the ones that can take, like an entire surplus of rounds from this thing. So can I get a little closer to just, like, this guy? Yeah, perfect. None your business. Alright. Throw that in there. God, it's so annoying that... I guess I must have been thinking... You know how, like... You know how in some situations when you're playing, not playing, but like doing anything in life where you have a plan that you're kind of trying to accomplish, but you're thinking too far ahead and you thought like you've already done something. That's what I was having an issue with. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'll do this, and now I'll have this, and then I'm all set to go. I thought I already had the acid van purchased, like in terms of like, I thought that I already had gotten the equipment for that thing on my secondary account, but I mistakenly attributed that to like it being done instead of like I still have to do it, and I instead purchased the CEO building. So whatever, it is what it is. Oh shoot, I didn't even realize we're at the end of January. Wow, where did that month go? I would say that January, just in general, has been a very transformative month for me. I think in a lot of ways I'm starting to really figure out who I am as a person a little bit more. I know we're kind of going into like the whole spiritual aspect of like a stream here, but I think just from this point forward, like 2023 did not start off great for me, but as the month got on, you know, like a little bit further and now we're near the end, I've gotten into a better point in life. I can safely say that just heading forward in general, I think 2023 might be a bit of a transformative year for me, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. I am very much enjoying the fact that I can do a lot of hobbies and interests and passions a lot more than I did in the past, but yeah, I would say the end of 2022 and just 2022 in general was not a great year for me. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go to my cocaine lockup and actually wait. Let's see how much is let's see how much is over here. to top this up at all. Because if I do, I will. And then what I'll do is I'll just get a little bit of cash just to kind of give me a bit of a buffer between, you know, having money and not. Actually, I have quite a bit already. Okay, I'm going to hold off on that. Okay, I'm going to annoyingly get off of this and go to an invite-only session. God, I wish there was a way you could do like in-game as opposed to just like going to story mode and then going back out of it. But whatever. All right, I will be right back. Just give me one moment.
Stay right there. I'll be right back.
No. Okay. All right. God.
Okay, I'm back. Invite only, please. 'Cause I'm gonna add a little bit of cash to some businesses here. Okay. So I'm going to spend a little bit of money putting stock into the cocaine lockup. Really is knowing that I could not get my full lockup sold, but it is what it is. I'm actually going to lock up some of these guns because these are kind of annoying me. The one thing I really like, there's a bit of a new addition they made. I don't think it was recently, but it's recent enough for me because I haven't been playing this as often in, like, last recorded memory. But I like that you can select the weapon wheel and you can choose to eat your snacks and armor up through there as opposed to like going to the menu. That is huge. Like, that is absolutely massive because there are a lot of situations where I would get hit because the latency is terrible in this game sometimes by a random AI. And what ends up happening is I have to go into the interaction menu, which is painfully slow, and then my muscle memory has to kick in order to get the snacks that I want. And then between that happening and me,
Good to see you, boss.
like, being in the
Hi
middle
there.
of like a firefight,
can I do for
there's
you?
a very high chance that I'm dead.
your blood sugar
so,
up.
oh, I gotta go to the gun locker.
Bye.
God. Is that the safe? That's a custom lock. Okay. The new shotgun they put in this game is garbage. Like, I'm gonna say this right now.
Sorry.
In terms of
Just get the job done.
In terms of shotguns in this game, there are only two that are really that important to actually have. One's obviously the assault shotgun. That is literally like the only shotgun you will ever need. Oh, not the garage. God damn it. And the second one in recent memory is the pump shotgun, especially if you upgrade it with a Mark II variant, and you also have a gun running bunker because you can unlock explosive shots with it. So it can actually take out helicopters, vehicles, people. So having a explosive shotgun is actually pretty handy if you just want to quickly peek up and kill something instantly as opposed to slowly wheeling over with your RPG and firing. So it does have its uses. The combat shotgun is essentially like a less accurate assault shotgun. So nothing replaces it. Do I have a gun that's like... Oh, I do have a gun that has a silencer, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, it has to be one of these guns. Okay. Oh, you can't be serious. So, I don't know how many of you guys are actually fans of Fortnite or Fortnite gamers, but did they seriously just bring back the Kamehameha and they had the Deku Blast? Okay, that tears it. I'm not playing. I'm not playing Battle Royale until like the season's over. That is ridiculous. Okay, going on a bit of a rant here. I understand that Fortnite's trying to be different, and they're trying to cater to a different crowd of people who may not be very good at the game, and they're basically using the game as just like something to unwind or get their lulls off, but I remember having to grind and learn how to build, and learn how to kill people, and learn how to aim, and that's not only as somebody who uses a controller, but somebody who also uses a mouse and keyboard. And then Fortnite comes in, and what they end up doing is oh, this is different looking. That's gonna work. What they end up doing is they put in a lot of these like really overpowered weapons that essentially like one-hit people, or they have like a huge splash radius that absolutely annihilate people. They had it beforehand in, I forget what chapter, well, it was chapter 2. I forget what season it was, but it was essentially the Marvel season because they had Iron Man's Unibeam and his repulsor rays and Doom's energy attacks and Thor's hammer. Like, there were a number of weapons there that were pretty crazy, but they weren't overpowered. Like, you could take somebody out easily that had them. And there are a number of videos that I have where I proved that that's possible. But now they've added weapons like the Kamehameha and the Deku Blast. I don't know what the Deku Blast... I forget the anime that the Deku Blast is from. But I know the Kamehameha is from the Dragon Ball Z collabs that they've had. Like, they have another one that's happening now, hence why it's back. But the issue that I'm running into is those things are so overpowered that if you launch it at somebody, it's basically like launching a nuke at someone. There is no way that you can run from that thing unless you have a hammer. If you build, it will blow up every build with you inside of it. If you try to attack the guy, you better be very good at aiming at him very quick, otherwise you're dead. And the other thing is that what I have noticed is that the game no longer turns into, like, Now it's a game where you better have the OP weapon of the day, or you're fucked. And that's where the Deku Blast and the Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha come in. If you are playing solos, it is virtually impossible without a hammer to get away from those things. So that makes the hammer legitimate, which is also kind of annoying. But that's a story for another time. On top of that, if you're facing down a tryhard team who all have this, and you're a team that doesn't have that, you are screwed. People say, oh, you just have to shoot them because they give you time to do it while they're in the air. That is true. However, if someone pops that in a split second, and you have literally seconds to kill this person before they fire it at you and take you down.
Looks like you're coming.
How is that fair? That's like saying we're getting into a fist fight, and then suddenly you pull a gun on me.
We're doing this calmly.
And you're saying, oh, just knock the gun out of his hands. How do I know he has a gun? You can't see that he has said gun. Like that's just, it's not fair. And now they've multiplied that by 2 because they have the Kamehameha and the Deku Blast.
Okay, now fly into
When it got to that point, there were a number of times where we did lose, like we were at like the end, like the last circle, and we lost because we didn't have that. I was so fucking pissed off that I told my group, like the circle that I play with, I don't mind playing this, but I'm not trying for like any wins anymore because this is so stupid. It's no longer a game of skill anymore. Now it's just a noob-tube's dream. And it gets so annoying for the fact that you could spend, like if you died instantly, that's one thing. It's like, okay, whatever, you're dead. You died too quick. Whoop-de-doo. If you're spending like 15 minutes or so getting to the end, and you die because of that, that is the most infuriating thing in the world. And don't even try to dissuade me and saying like, oh well, you just have to get better at the game. You can get as good as you want. I watched Typical Gamer literally like quake in fear because he heard something screaming in the distance, and he knew it was a Deku Blast. Even he hates that thing.
Looks like the competition can see you. I hope you can handle them.
So if a player who plays that like basically as his moneymaker, and is probably better than majority of us that are playing video games, like you, me, your younger brother, your cousin, if Typical Gamer is freaking out that there's a weapon in a game, that probably means that the weapon is way too powerful and they need to get rid of it. So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to stop playing Fortnite, at least in a Battle Royale session, until they get rid of those 2 weapons. Maybe even the hammer. The hammer's not as bad. I've learned ways to kind of counteract it, but the cheap power blast like nuke weapons need to go. Like, that's just, I'm not accepting anything other than they just disappear from the game entirely. That's so ridiculous. I will happily play Prop Hunt. I will happily play Team Deathmatch or like just like some fun things here and there. But when it comes to Fortnite, I'm done with Battle Royale until the season's over. Because that's so annoying. Okay, rant over. I won't talk about it anymore. Okay, so Cocaine Lockup has been kind of like, I guess, stocked with product. I'll stock it with product again, but I'll have to check the cache creation. Then I'm going to have to check on the Acid Van itself, see how it's going. But I think should be okay for the most part when it comes to kind of getting our money situation sorted out. Basically, what I'm going to be doing at the end of the day is I'm going to grind as much money as possible in order to get my
Yo.
secondary character
Sure,
enough
I'll
money
look
to get a
into it.
buzzard. Because at least that way, I'll have the ability to call in a chopper whenever I need to. Oh, crop dusting. Fuck, I hate that one. And at least become a CEO. Actually, no, I don't think I can. I think if you're like a CEO or an MC boss, you're locked in already as it is. But if you decide to get out of it, I don't think you can call, like, I don't think you can be it as time goes on. Alright, well, I've chosen a better one, but whatever, it is what it is. It's not the worst one in the world, but it's definitely not my favorite. I think my favorite one to do, in all honesty, is I think it's heavy metal, because all you have to do is literally find one guy, and it's pretty easy to find him. And in a lot of occasions, you just have to take out like a few people that are protecting him. And you find the vehicle that's necessary to steal, and then you just drive it to a point, and you're done. Not a hard mission. Pretty much straightforward. Okay, so I have the chemicals. Yippee-ki-yay, gotta go to this. Risk it for the biscuit. These guys should be cool anyways. This guy's hiding in here, I believe. Oh. A brave fellow. I'm gonna let this heal me up a little bit since it's my MC vehicle. And then we're gonna see how annoying this is. I just hope that the placement for all these places that I have to destroy aren't terrible. Because if they're around the mountain, they're horrible. Like, this thing is a piece of junk. Let's see here. They're in the same position as they were last time, but whatever, I can deal with it. They're not the worst, but they're pretty well close to it. The only benefit that I really have is that I have the ability to call in a chopper, which is something that I should really end up doing for my secondary character, which is why I'm kind of aiming towards...
Once you got the crop duster, just...
Stacks. That's why I'm aiming towards getting the buzzer for my secondary character, so if I do get down, which I have been down before, in this, you don't like fail it if the crop duster dies, but you're kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere, if I had the ability to call in a buzzard, it makes things a hell of a lot easier because you can kind of get out of the crappy situation that you can put into. Am I not low enough? Are you kidding me? How low do you have to friggin' be? What, do I have to like friggin' land on the friggin' roof or something? Gosh darn it. Alright, getting lower. Basically at the tree line. Which is ridiculous. But whatever. Oh, they're gonna make these things smaller, are they? Or aren't they? I should say. Alright, that's done. Get out of here. The last time I did this, I distinctly remember this thing basically being like on the cusp of dying, so I don't know, maybe I damaged it beforehand or they got a lucky shot or something like that. Oh, one other thing. You see that chopper chasing me. If you're a competent enough pilot, that chopper is basically irrelevant. I know I said that there's a high chance that if you turn a little bit too sharply, you might crash into the chopper. I have yet to actually experience that, but I guess there's always a fear of that happening because the AI decides in reckless abandon that it's going to stop you by any means possible, so... There's the frame lag again. Holy shit, that is annoying. They need to patch that out. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Shit. Well, we got a problem here. Shit. Oh, Duster's dead. Okay, you know what? I gotta be really pissed off with this guy here. This is why I want to get the rail gun. Not that way. I want to miss. That's why. I know it's probably not going to mean anything, since I'm dead, but just for the personal victories, that's kind of huge. Okay. Oh, what? It spawned me back here? Wait, so if I die, it's just going to put me... No. That's kind of cool. Okay, you need to fuck off, like, right now. Are you absolutely serious? You know what? I took care of your gunners, so that kind of makes you irrelevant. Maybe it didn't. You are really fucking annoying. See? Even when the chopper's going down, the AI is like, I don't give a flying fuck, you're dying. Like, this game is astoundingly interesting when it comes to that. It's like, I don't give a fuck about my own safety or my preservation. I would rather take a pot shot at some guy who... I guess he's the protagonist, and I don't like him because he's the protagonist. So, my life for just that last shot in order to take him out. Cool. Way to go, pal. I'm sure your buddies are really going to talk about that nice shot you had as you go plummeting into hell. But whatever. It's just... the AI in this game is ridiculous. Also, if the shots would actually hit when I hit them, that would be kind of nice. But I also forget that GTA is not meant to have realistic bullet physics and whatnot, or shot physics. So basically, you have to like have your cursor right on the target of interest before you pull the trigger, or else you won't kill them. Meanwhile, in like Fortnite, Battlefield, other better games, they go, nope, you gotta leave the target because there's got bullet velocity and bullet arcing and whatnot that you have to factor in. GTA's like, huh? What's that all about? We're just a bunch of Take-Two interactive goons that have no idea how to build a game. And I will say this for the sheer fact that I am very, very disappointed in the fact that they basically allowed this game to become a hacker's paradise. Rockstar team is generally very slow at reacting to stuff, and when they do react, it's like a blanket approach. So I don't have high hopes for this game ever being like a totally free game to like not be attacked by hackers on. And I am very worried for GTA 6. Like, very worried. I imagine that game is going to make or break Rockstar. And I have a weird gut feeling that tells me it's going to break Rockstar. And it'll turn it into something that makes EA look like a saintly, divine company. Like they put a Bible in every game that you buy. Oh boy. Okay, that's done. Alright. Secondary objective will pop up soon, and we're going to see how this is completed. You guys might like this.
Hey.
Fuck you. There it is. Alright. You guys like kamikaze attacks? Guess what? Kamikaze! You like charging at me, AI? Guess what? I can do it too. I need to leave the area. Okay, call in my personal vehicle, which will be my compressor. Nice game. You put it like right over there. Boom. I guess those missions aren't too bad. One thing I want to correct that I've been doing quite a bit, I think ever since I actually started playing GTA, is I called the nightclub the Midnight Nightclub. I don't know why I was doing that. I actually have no idea what the Midnight Nightclub is. I might be misremembering, but it could be a nightclub in the GTA series. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about that, but I don't know why I thought that. It's the Maisonette Los Santos nightclub or whatever. Well, whatever. It is what it is. People got what I was talking about. I hope. Okay. So we're doing pretty good money-wise. come to think of it, it actually isn't too difficult to restock on, like, you know, like passively making stuff in drug companies, because in a lot of occasions what you can do is you go and buy the product, you do a CEO mission, or you do like a terabyte mission, which would be a lot more lucrative, and then you just have to do a DAX mission, and you're basically set. So that actually works out pretty well. And then all you have to do is just wait for the product to finish, and by that time I'm pretty sure another DAX mission will pop up, and you just kind of rinse and repeat. Buddy, I swear to God. Okay, can you fuck off? Like, can you go away? Thanks. Making this a lot tougher than it has to be. There we go. Let's do targeted data, since diamond shopping is obviously not possible. Okay.
Out in the ring. We aren't flower rangers after all. To find this guy, we're going to have to access Life Invader's vast quantities of personal data. Well, the drone will. So get over to their offices and we'll talk.
Okay. Nothing to see here, folks. Just a massive, mobile, militaristic vehicle just rumbling down downtown LA.
So that's probably the only way to get past the cameras. When you get the drone to the server, run a hack remotely and get us the sweet personal private data we need.
You got it. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Hopefully this is a smooth run through, and this guy just pops up right now. 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 Go. Thank you. Beep. You're gone. I find it hard to believe that nobody would hear. Like, this guy over here should hear, like, the guy by the elevator falling over. Unless they are that truly incompetent, which I guess the game is satirically saying that they are.
One laptop down, one to go. We should have access to all that personal data as soon as it's done.
There it is. Found it. Boom.
Got full
Done.
access to their servers now, and I sent the target's location to your GPS. There's nothing about this guy I don't know. He's got a contract out for people to protect him, so don't be surprised if you run into any mercenaries looking for their own payday.
Good old mercenaries. Too bad they're not as good as this mercenary. Where is he at? Oh. He's protected over there. Sweet. We'll go over there and say hi. said hi. Alrighty. Perfecto.
He's done. Okay. And who said data was heartless? The money should be in your account already.
Alright. So... we're 100,000 off of the goal. Don't know if there's anything I can really sell right now that would probably put me over. I'm gonna check the counterfeit cash real quick. What the hell's this? What are you?
Got these tickets to the Benders game today.
Oh, that might be, I'm not interested. Might be like a sell mission or like a fetch quest for somebody. Just flat out not interested in that. The one big benefit to the cash creation thing is that it doesn't take very long to do its thing, and it's also fairly cheap to get going, although definitely looks like it ain't done yet. That's fine. I'll go check on the acid van because that's the one that basically like rockets over really quick. Okay. Alright, you know what? Fuck you. Services. Actually, no, wait. Better idea. Securo serve. This is what I want for my other account. Free buzzard. And then I'll just put this away. Turn vehicle to storage. This is what I want for my secondary character because it'll allow me to do a whole lot more than, you know, I'm capable right now. Plus, I think using the buzzard's a little bit faster than the Compressor Mark II. I think this chopper and obviously this one because it's so small, but what's it called? I should know this because I have it. The Sparrow are the easiest means of like getting out of here. So this is the smallest, the Sparrow is the fastest, so they're the best means of like getting around the map. The Oppressor Mark II is probably your best bet for like convenience sake because you can call it in so close, and also you can turn it into a primary bike which allows you to heal yourself like I showed you beforehand. But I think just for like getting around, I'm so used to using the buzzard because back in the day that's all I would really use. What the hell's going on here? Is this something? What is this? Search the... Oh, it's a police thing. Hi guys, I'm just gonna take this from you. Thanks. Get easy 10 grand and I'll run for cover. Just watch a train comes by, just smokes me.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Free 10 grand.
So you don't want to get in serious trouble, huh? Okay, leave it with me.
At this rate, since I don't have a lot of money, 10 grand is a pretty substantial fine, so, I mean, I ain't gonna say no to that. Okay. Let's see how the product is doing. If it's set to basically get like fully stocked again, I'll do it.
Still here, friend.
Yep, I got you. Okay. How much do I need to like fully stock this? 48,000. Do it.
It's gonna cost a bit, but I know exactly who to call.
Keep her topped up. All right. What are we sitting at for time? Almost approaching the 2-hour mark. Okay.
It's you.
Until next time.
What
Good
can
shit.
I do? I obviously can't do anything really with the secondary account. Let's see how much, oh, not Wendy. Fuck. Johan, buddy.
Hey, boss, what can I do for you?
Almost $700,000. I 100% of that stock. That's gotta be crazy.
Cool, totally. Let me see what we have.
Well, you know what? I guess I can do this. Actually, no, wait. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. It's a waste of time. I'm getting out of that shit. I'll just switch. Oh, I should have swapped to a character when I was in that session. Whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna switch to my chick character, and if she has the ability to do some missions, then I'll do those instead. The one thing I'm hoping for is that if there is a Dax mission, that I'll be able to show you guys how I've been able to beat the one I was like absolutely raging at. So at least it kind of gives me a little bit of clearance as to like how I've been able to overcome that. Because it got me mad. Like, I was like very pissed off. Like, it got to a point where I was like ready to walk away from the game, but I thought about it for a while and I was like, you know what? I think I could probably accomplish my goals by just like powering through it and figuring out a way to figure it out. And I did. Alrighty. Okay. Come on, GTA Online, you can do it. Okay. Well, obviously I can't do anything in this session because you do anything, you're gonna get fucked up by people that are in this session. Could you imagine doing everything I did here in a public lobby? My god, that would be a nightmare. Like, that would be hell on earth. No effing way I would ever do that. I actually didn't think of that beforehand because I was like, as bad as it is, like, especially the worst one where you have to take out the Merryweather, not compound, but it's like an installation. Imagine doing that and you had somebody in like a jet that was griefing you. That would be absolutely abhorrent. Like, that would be awful. I would say fuck it. I would never play this game if that was the case. The only reason I'm playing this game now is because you can do stuff in invite-only sessions. That's it. Like, I'm not saying that, like, I would never fight somebody in GTA. Like, if there was, like, a cause for, like, some kind of concern to do it, then, yeah, I'd do it. But nowadays, here's how it boils down, like, when you're fighting people. One, you get in a fight. Two, you see whether or not, like, one or the other can kick the shit out of one of, well, either or, like, if you're getting your ass kicked or you kick the other person's ass. And ideally, since I've played this game for so long, I'm probably kicking the shit out of whoever I'm fighting. So what ends up happening is that they'll probably go for the following. They'll go for a jet. They'll go for a tank. Or if they're an even bigger bitch, they will probably end up going to their doomsday bunker so that they can activate their orbital strike cannon, which is the stupidest thing they ever added to the game. Like, by far. But there are some people that take it a step further. Since Rockstar, in their infinite wisdom, are only good for doing patchwork things in this game, there are a whole slew of God mode glitches that you can do to your heart's content, and you can come back to that person that ended up killing you over and over again and messing up his day, because what ends up happening is that there's no way for him to really counteract the God mode glitches, at least initially. So that's where this game really falls into the... PvP is fine for the first, like, 5 minutes until you realize that it is the worst piece of shit that you could ever run into. So that's why I don't fight people that often in this game.
Yo. Yeah,
it's just a waste of time. Nice sniper to see you. No, you can't see. So once you've activated the Dax mission, you can't become a CEO or an MC. But thankfully, we're playing a mission that I don't mind playing. This one's fairly straightforward. It's also in a part of the map where it's like, I know where this guy is immediately, and I'll just go straight to him. Thanks, bud. Guess I should have gone up here, but whatever. Okay. Like, the reason why I like this one so much, I think it's because this account had it fairly often when I was doing the Dax missions. Since it's at the Lost MC, like, hangout here, I even know, like, where this truck's gonna end up going. So, that's what makes this like, the most enjoyable, like, half-brained effort you could ever have in this game. Whoa! Spin out. Hi guys, back again. Gotta kill your boss. Don't worry, I put him out of his misery. I'm a nice mercenary. Okay. Is there anyone else shooting at me? Just want to make sure I kill enough of the people here so I don't have to worry about, like, coming out the door getting lit up. Die. I'm gonna die. Die now. You guys get it? I am bulletproof. Actually, they probably don't get it. Because, I don't think they think a low-tier mercenary like me would, have the capacity to do something like this. Dead? Now, we're gonna kill this fella here. Hi! Sorry, need to take your picture. Leader's dead, bud. Yours leaders is dead. And then I believe there are reinforcements that end up coming in. If I am not mistaken, yep, there's one. Here's the other. Except they don't show up on the map, which is interesting. I don't know why that happens. Probably because they're that dumb. They're like, yeah, they're not that much of a threat. You can deal with them.
Fuck this!
Alright. That's pretty well done. Alrighty. Time to get the HE double hockey stick out of here. The old snackaroos in me. Great thing is that now I have a CEO building where I can just reload on that stuff for free. I should be fairly close to getting the equipment for my acid van, and then after that I'll work on doing more cell missions for this character at the very least. That way, it'll give me a bit more practice on how to actually do them. It'll also give me a bit more money, so I have the ability to do a bit more when it comes to, like, building up my bike, because the bike is, like, it's evident that it's pretty slow. Really? Like, you got the fucking way, pal. Like, you absolute ass. You ass gorilla, you ass orangutan. Okay. Yeah, so when I have the ability to build up the bikes a little bit more often, it'll be a bit better, because when I was using the bikes initially, they were straight a pain in the ass. Like, it was awful. Use the GPS, because the GPS lies. Just eat this way. Those guys kind of are like, what the fuck? He's not on the road, and then they get messed up and they don't fall. That's what I really like about the AI, is that sometimes it's like easy to predict, even if it's hard mode. The only time it's kind of stupid is when you're fighting them and they get a cheap shot off because they have pinpoint accurate aim. They're essentially given aimbot and zero ping abilities, so no matter what, they will absolutely snipe you. And there's nothing you can do about it aside from like snack up and hide or accept death. Alrighty. Well, that's done. I am going to call in my personal vehicle, only because I definitely need it, to go and get my Savage, because I'm going to do one more mission. That's it. Should be good for the time being. So by that's it, I do mean that I'm probably going to end off the stream. We've been on for almost like 2 hours and we haven't hit the 2-hour mark already. So that's a pretty good bout of GTA and mindlessly grinding stuff. So definitely chalk a win up for that. I didn't think I was going to actually do any streaming today, but I hopped on and said, you know what? I have a plan. I just want to do it. I don't want to sit back and think about it over and over again. So decided to just get her done. 50,000. 50 big ones.
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help? Thank you, madam. Your spectacular aircraft is now ready for you at our nearest airfield.
Way to go!
Way to go, buddy. They definitely made the lines geared towards somebody who's a male character. There's no way that this is meant for like a female character. Alright. Cash this up. Sorry, cash this up. Cash this out. Put it into my joint account there for myself. Well, my primary account and this account. It's almost like they're married or something. I guess in some sense they're kind of paired up, but whatever. They're running their separate empires, they're busy. Who knows, maybe add a little bit to the lore and they're actually like a married couple. They bicker over what drugs to sell, who's flying the Savage helicopter, dropping off the kids in an armored Kuruma. Alright, to try and fly this into town so I'm not going on an absolute quest to find people when I'm doing a headhunter thing, so... I guess the one thing that'll really help out is I can get the... Well, in order to get the Terabyte, I have to get the nightclub, so I guess one thing at a time, but speaking of the nightclub, it would be very nice to have the ability to have the Terabyte because it'll allow me to do the, literally the two easiest missions in the world, the diamond shopping and targeted data stuff. If you have the ability to do that, you're laughing at that point, like you're making so much money. Like you could lazily make $60,000 within like maybe 20 minutes, which is stupid easy. Like you almost never have to do the contact missions anymore. What they should end up doing is they should, in order to make the missions like at least decent to do, from a permanent standpoint, they need to make the contact missions like triple money payout. Because at this point, like, there's no point really playing them unless you're playing them for nostalgia. And this is coming from somebody that used to grind missions like a lot way back in the day. There's no point in playing them now because the in-session missions pay a lot more. Get a hit on me. Big ass a runner. You can run too fast though, not from cheaply made Russian missiles. Police. Oh, great. They went underneath. That's annoying. These freaking cops. Go away. There we go. Holy Christmas. It's getting a little too hot. You know what? So they're not bothering me, and this is the last mission I'm going to be playing. I'm just going to get rid of this.
Hey there. What can I help you with?
Oh, but it costs 600
Give me a
bucks.
call back
Fuck
when
it.
simple
I'm not doing
decisions don't freak you out so much.
it. Take it easy there. You need some anxiety pills. Done. Alright. Okay, I guess I'll land this here and we'll have a little, I guess, debriefing. So, that is going to be it for the stream. It was a decent enough time grinding stuff. At the very least, I reached an achievement, which I didn't think I was going to reach for a while. I finally have the ability to do CEO missions on this account, which is amazing. So that's a pretty big boost for, I guess, myself in general. What was I going to say? Why do I have 2 choppers? That's kind of weird. Did I call the CEO vehicle? Hold up. What the hell? Hold on a second. Did I call on the CEO thing by accident? Or is that just like they gave me something? Pause the debrief. I just want to see what's happening here. The heck just got called in? I called in a buzzard? No. That's weird. Okay. I'll have to check the film afterwards because I don't remember calling that in. Okay then. Alright. So, heading forward, I think I'm going to try and play something different other than GTA. I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll probably be just a talking stream. I do want to try and do something different because I think GTA might be a bit of like a too much of a safe option, I guess, if that makes any sense. Because literally all it is just me grinding money and not really doing a whole lot. If I were doing anything more exciting, it might be a bit more advantageous to do another GTA stream, but I definitely want to try something else. What that something else will be, I am not entirely sure. For the rest of the day, I don't know if I'm going to be playing any more video games, at least on stream. So, I think this is definitely where I'm going to cut it off. There's no hockey on later today, so I won't be watching any of that. I'm pretty much just going to be, like, relaxing. Might do some yoga. Might exercise. I probably have to work on my equipment a bit more because I think I let it out of the bag just to dry out. And now it's kind of, like, all over the place. And creating a residual stink, so I'll have to deal with that. But heading forward, I'm not going to really give a timetable about like what's going to happen, but I would say I'll be on playing video games semi-often, so I'll try to make another stream sometime soon. Hopefully, it's just something a little bit more like low yield and not really that much of an energy drawer. I should say. It could be Fortnite playing prop hunt. I don't want it to be this again just because like it's a little bit too much GTA. Although I've said that in the past and I look at it again on GTA. Although I could always try maybe playing a different game, but we'll see. But until that time, I'll have to say it's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in following what I've been doing, hit the follow button. Follow me, join the community, build the community, help be one of the first members of my community and actively come in, message me, send me anything that you have on your mind. Like essentially, basically just become a little bit more invested in what I'm doing. I'd be more than happy to have you. So again, give me a follow. Also follow me on my YouTube channel, which is the same handle, HockeyGoalie770. Ideally, most of the stuff that I stream is probably going to end up there anyways, so if you do want to end up watching that once Twitch ends up deleting the stream, it will be there for you to watch, and you can maybe add a comment there. But yeah, aside from that, this is HockeyGoalie770, signing off. Peace.